Looking for a classic film that's both funny and thought-provoking? There's this gem from 1946 that might just be what you're after. Directed by Edmund Gooding, it tells the story of a World War I veteran trying to find meaning in life after the war. Throughout the movie, you'll see him meeting various people and going on adventures that will keep you hooked. Is there a specific moment in this film that really stuck with you? Whether it's the deep conversations he has with friends or his journeys around the world, there's something in it for everyone. So, grab some popcorn and get ready for a roller coaster of emotions. Share your thoughts and memories in the comments below. Keep watching for more interesting facts about the movie. In a tale of post-war introspection and societal disillusionment, a group of characters navigates the complexities of life and love. The protagonist, a World War I veteran, rejects the pursuit of wealth championed by mainstream society, embarking instead on a philosophical journey. Meanwhile, his love interest chooses a different path, marrying a wealthy individual. The story unfolds through the lens of various characters, including the author who becomes intertwined with the narrative. Despite commendable performances, the movie's pacing might deter modern viewers, though it offers glimpses of social commentary and memorable scenes. Ultimately, the film presents a blend of characters and plot lines that provoke thought and reflection, even if it feels overlong at times. In 1946, Anne Baxter received an Oscar nomination for her excellent supporting role, the only one from a movie nominated for Best Picture. It was a big achievement for her. Darrell F. Zanuck, the producer, was so impressed by Baxter's performance that he decided to add 37 more scenes to the film, making her part even more significant. Around the same time, Clifton Webb, known for his roles on Broadway, became good friends with Noel Coward. They often hung out at Webb's Beverly Hills home, where Coward stayed when he was in Hollywood. The two worked together on material for Coward's Las Vegas concert act, showing their respect and creative collaboration. The Razor's Edge, with its excellent performances and backstage teamwork, left a lasting impact on Hollywood history, illustrating the influence of talent and friendship in the entertainment industry. In a twist of fate, the production of The Razor's Edge faced a critical deadline. Filming had to commence by early 1946 to avoid a hefty penalty. Fortunately, they kicked off location shooting in Denver during August 1945, meeting the contractual terms. Tragically, both the lead actor and his father passed away during filming, necessitating their roles to be filled by other actors. The novel that inspired the movie originally appeared as a series in Redbook magazine from December 1943 to May 1944. Tyrone Power served as the inspiration for the character Ibis, the Invincible in the Captain Marvel series due to his portrayal in The Rains Came. John Payne, who later founded Window Glen Productions, intended to adapt The Puppet Masters into a film in collaboration with Robert Heinlein. Unfortunately, his plans were thwarted when Roger Corman released The Brain Eaters, which plagiarized the story. It's fascinating to see how these actors' careers intersected with literary and comic book influences, shaping the landscape of entertainment in unexpected ways. Tierney's films in Italy often featured dubbing by various actresses, including Lydia Simonski and Rena Morley, with notable examples being Laura and the Ghost and Mistress Muir. Fritz Kortner faced persecution by the National Socialists in the 1930s and was targeted in Goebbels' propaganda paper. He sought refuge in Vienna, London, and finally New York before relocating to Hollywood. In a late 60s ad campaign, STP boasted being the choice of racers. In his first feature film role after a 3-year hiatus, Tyrone Power returned to the screen in a movie that holds interesting familial connections. According to Deborah Goes to Hollywood by Charles Kidd, Power, on his father's side, had distant relations with Laurence Olivier and author Evelyn Waugh. Furthermore, one of his first cousins was the notable director Sir Tyrone Guthrie, founder of the Stratford Theatre in Ontario and the Guthrie Theatre in Minnesota. Power also shared ties with the Maury family of Italy, known for their prominence in music, and his paternal grandmother had roots linked to the French Huguenots. This particular film marked a significant point in Tyrone Power's career, as it served as his first feature role in 3 years. Prior to this, he had served as a pilot in the U.S. Marine Corps during World War II, taking a hiatus from his acting career. The movie, in a way, signified his return to the cinematic scene. Notably, the film introduced the poignant and popular song Mamselle, which resonated with audiences and became one of the biggest hits of 1947. Its bittersweet melody left a lasting impression, adding an emotional layer to the narrative. In summary, The Razor's Edge not only marked Tyrone Power's return to the big screen after his military service, but also showcased his familial ties and introduced a song that became a significant cultural phenomenon. In The Razor's Edge, Tyrone Power portrayed Larry Darrell, a character reflecting his own experiences as a pilot during World War II. Power, like Darrell, served as a naval aviator in the Marine Corps, ascending from private to major. John Payne, though keen on starring in a science fiction film, never realized his ambition due to a lawsuit brought against the makers of the Brain Eaters. Despite his efforts, Payne never appeared in a sci-fi movie. Elsa Lanchester, who appeared in The Razor's Edge, was part of 7 Oscar Best Picture nominees throughout her career. These films include The Private Life of Henry Roman VIII, David Copperfield, Naughty Marietta, The Bishop's Wife, Witness for the Prosecution, and Mary Poppins. In the mid-1940s, Fox acquired the rights to the novel with an advance of $50,000 plus a share of the profits. During filming, Anne Baxter tapped into personal tragedy for a poignant hospital scene. Years later, she reflected it as her career's pinnacle, still sending shivers down her spine. Herbert Marshall, known for his radio role as Ken Thurston, embodied British intelligence on screen. His portrayal added depth to the narrative, enriching the film's intrigue. These elements intertwined formed the fabric of The Razor's Edge, a timeless classic. In 1954, Anne Baxter portrayed Nefertiti in Cecil B. DeMille's epic, The Ten Commandments, a role widely regarded as the most coveted of that year, according to columnist Louisa Parsons. Meanwhile, Clifton Webb embarked on his career in 1925 with a dynamic dance act alongside Mary Hay. Nearly 2 decades later, he graced the silver screen once more following the success of New Toys, a film produced by Hay and her husband, Richard Barthelmess. This pivotal moment marked the culmination of Odette Vine's cinematic journey. In 1946, The Razor's Edge stood out among its peers as the sole Best Picture Oscar nominee not to receive nominations in either lead acting category. Herbert Marshall, whose biography is detailed in Bad Boys, The Actors of Film Noir by Karen Burroughs Hansberry, delivered a notable performance in the film. Anne Baxter, who portrayed a significant role, took unconventional measures to enhance her career. In the early 1950s, she smoked cigars, dyed her hair blonde, and posed for cheesecake photos to transition into a sex symbol, successfully attracting more attention and securing glamorous roles after leaving 20th Century Fox. This strategic move marked a turning point in her career, demonstrating her adaptability and determination to thrive in the competitive landscape of Hollywood. Jean Tierney was initially W. Somerset Maugham's pick for Isabel in The Razor's Edge, but Maureen O'Hara was cast instead by Darrell F. Zanuck. However, O'Hara couldn't keep the casting a secret and informed Linda Darnell, leading Zanuck to replace her with Tierney. Tyrone Power, a key figure in the film, is the subject of his own chapter in The Star Machine by Gina Basinger. Ori Kelly was slated to design the costumes for the movie,